What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing? So, today was Pokemon Day, as you probably already know, and we got a awesome trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA, which looks to be really super cool. Like, granted, okay, to be fair, all this was pre-rendered cutscenes, so we're kind of going everything here with a grain of salt, but I'm going to be here over-analyzing this trailer here, try to figure out what we got going, because there could be a lot of cool things going on here. But first off, let's read what Pokemon has to say on Twitter itself. It is an ambitious new entry of the Pokemon video game series, will launch on Nintendo Switch systems in 2025. Systems I'm going to be touching on in a bit. However, first off, it looks really cool. So I think it is definitely the next entry of the Legends series, which is I've always thought as if that is a new pillar for Pokemon. I thought Legends Arceus was a very good experience, a lot of fun. It allows Pokemon Company to change things up a little bit, and because of that, I am looking forward to this. I think it will be really, really fascinating. And the fact that this is coming out of Gen 6 out of everything. A big curveball, everyone thought either Gen 2 or Gen 5, but Gen 6 is absolutely perfect. We finally get a Z version, which I find pretty fascinating. A few things I want to touch base on, what my predictions are. Just unlike Legends Arceus, everyone knows Legend Arceus came in the not so distant past of the Sinnoh region, as you're probably already aware. I'm thinking this one is going to be in the future of Generation 6. And the reason I say that is, in the trailer, it talks about the urban redevelopment plan. So that makes me think this isn't the establishing. They're not establishing a new city. They are redeveloping it, which can mean one of two things. One, they're repairing the city after the laser strike that happened in Generation 6 in the X and Y. That laser that was happening during the Pokemon War. I am not sure that is the case, due to the fact that there's a lot of technology that was kind of shown. It was kind of had like a cyberpunk type vibe to it. And given the fact that the two maps look very, very different from one another. The map looks like it is a city that is super big. And we're trying to create a city where Pokemon and humans can coexist. So the fact that the city is constantly expanding kind of matches with what I'm saying, what I'm thinking with this at least. I think this is more in the future. Lumiose City, as it stands right now, is just too small of a city, and they're looking to expand. They have gone on record to say that everything in this game will be taking place in Lumiose City. There's no outside of Generation, like the rest of the Kalos region. We're only focused on Lumiose City, which might sound like a bummer. However, given the fact that this might be in the future, Lumiose City might be expanding. We might have like districts. Like if you look at the map of Lumiose City, there are 6 plazas, including the central, which is the Eiffel Tower looking thing. There's the Rogue Plaza, the Junine Plaza, the Verte Plaza, the Blue Plaza, and the Magenta Plaza. Those are the little segments over there, and I think maybe there might be some boss fights or something along those lines. Might be some kind of region or something like that we're trying to build up. It could be really interesting. I mean, I doubt we're going to be really focusing on like a base builder or anything like that. I think we're just going to be following a story, and that just happens to be going on along the way. Another thing I find pretty interesting is that logo that pops up. That logo looks surprisingly like the laser. That laser itself that fired up into the sky. I think we're going to be touching on that, and also the A of that of it. You know, the Z-A also looks like the laser. There's too many too many things pointing towards that. I think this laser might still have something to do with it. And we might get a little bit more history with the laser, because if you remember in Generation 6, that laser was used to give life, but then was changed to create, was created to cause death, which fits in with the story of X and Y, especially the box legendaries. Xerneas is about a creature known for giving life. And then the Y Pokemon, the name's, I'm losing the name with that one. That one's about death. So that makes sense. Xerneas, on the other hand, is a wild card, and this is why I'm thinking Xerneas might be like the main conflict here. Because if you read the Dex entry for Zygarde, my bad, I keep on calling it the wrong name, Zygarde. When Kalos region's ecosystem falls into disarray, it appears and reveals its secret power. I'm thinking that this Lumiose City redesign, I think is causing problems with the fragile ecosystem. It is going to be one of those type of things. I think that's why they're really hammering the whole, can humans and Pokemon really coexist? Would this city take up too many resources? And I think we have to like help out our little Z buddy and calm down, because he is he was in the cave just kind of chilling in X and Y, and because there's no real issue in the ecosystem. The laser never fired. So I think this is a really interesting idea of why we get a little bit more of its information, you know, a little bit more of what it's capable of, you know. Another thing I think is really cool. If you look at the trailer itself, Furfrou was one of the mini Pokemon shown here. However, that is a design, one of the trims of Furfrou, that looks totally different of all the other Furfrous. It makes me think that either we get more designs, more trims, which is very simple. I could easily see that being a thing. However, what if each of these trims gives it Furfrou another type? Like, for example, maybe the Dandy type will give it Psychic type. There's also a Diamond and Pharaoh, so that could be Rock and Ghost types, respectively. And maybe this pink-looking design might be a fairy type by chance. Maybe a normal fairy typing for Furfrou. I know Furfrou needs some love. It's been deserted since Generation 7. So this might be a great way of reintroducing it back and giving the trims something a little bit more to it. Because, you know, the trims are nice and all, and they're nice and all, but I don't really think it really adds too much other than aesthetics. And I think if the trims can change its color, not even just the color, but the typing, especially if it's like in the near future, because think of it that way. In the near future, they can find out a way to like power up their favorite doggo. We can't go out without talking about Mega Evolutions. I have a feeling all the trio X, Y, and Z will definitely have will all have a Mega. I think the starters will have Megas, and hopefully we'll get some forgotten Pokemon that really need a Mega. My big hope is I hope Flygon gets itself a Mega. Flygon freaking deserves it, and especially with the whole given fact that Flygon, apparently it was rumored that Flygon was supposed to have a Mega, but they couldn't get the design just perfectly well. Now that they've been cooking, have it in the back burner, I'm hoping Flygon is one of the Pokemon that get Megas. Another thing I was thinking as well is maybe this could be the gimmick, like just how Legends Arceus has like these alpha Pokemon. Maybe that is the like mini boss Pokemon or the Megas. So for example, we'll just take Flygon for example. Flygon is a boss. It's the Mega. Maybe something regarding like the Megas. Maybe technology has furthered and Pokemon can just Mega on their own without the use of the Mega Stones. And that could also probably help the Pokemon themselves, because I believe the Mega process for the most part, was pretty painful for the Pokemon. So I think that could be pretty good, all things considered. Which, you know what, could be really, really interesting. One final thing I want to touch on, too, that I think a lot of people are glancing over is the verbiage that they're doing. Releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025, plus the Nintendo Switch, the Switches, what was it, the Nintendo Switch systems, the plural and the simultaneous are really catching my eye here. The 2025, that, you know what, perfect, I love that. We're gonna have an off year for Pokemon, and crazy enough to say, I think that is a good thing. I think Pokemon needs to take some time to get caught up, get everything nailed down. 2025, perfectly fine. I'm thinking this might be a launch title for the Switch, the new Switch, whatever Switch 2 is going to be called. Because if you look at the previous verbiage for other Legends games or other Pokemon games, coming worldwide, it's always coming worldwide as the verbiage. It's never simultaneously worldwide, which is a really weird way of putting it. You don't need to put simultaneous and worldwide because we know, like, especially since X and Y was the start of the simultaneous release schedule, where all the regions got the game at the same time. At least that's the plan. I mean, there are some that get it early. Simultaneous worldwide, this makes me think it's going to be one of those Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild situation where this is going to be releasing on the Switch and on the new Switch or the next console. I think we got a shadow drop information about the new Nintendo Switch, and I would not be surprised if the next Pokemon Direct, or the next Nintendo Direct, mind you, will be coming soon. I'm thinking this is going to be a launch title for the new Switch. So if I had to guess, if I had to peg a date, I'm thinking early 2025. I'm thinking the new Switch, they will want to release it before the start of the fiscal year, which starts on April, around the beginning of April. So I'm thinking March of 2025. And because of that, I'm going to be guessing this game will be coming out around this time next year. So I'm looking forward to seeing more information, and more Pokemon Directs are going to give us more information. I can't wait to get this started and see how much of this I'm right and how much I'm wrong. Anyway, though, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rambling of my dissection of a 2-minute long trailer. We've been going for a little longer than like around 15 minutes or so, but seriously, I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be super cool. I can't wait to get more information with it. If you enjoyed the video, please press that like button. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you disagree, let me know. We can definitely talk it out in the comments down below. But until next time, guys, I am looking forward to seeing this, and I will see you next time.